Now, he's one of the greatest boxers of all time. Tyson Fury's road to success is as remarkable and surprising as the man himself.
Well, in his new book, here it is, Gloves Off, he reflects on his extraordinary life and career, from his Irish traveller heritage to battling with mental health issues and balancing raising a family alongside being heavyweight champion.
Well, Tyson the Gypsy King joins us now from Morecambe. Good morning, lovely to see you.
Good morning, Tyson.
Oh, we can't hear you. Have you got...
can't hear you currently.
You're on mute. So we'll try once more with the sound.
Say hello.
Just checking in.
Good morning, guys.
Thank
Hello.
goodness for
There
that.
we go.
Thank
Right,
goodness.
let's first talk about your retirement. I mean, some people
How's it
look
going?
forward to retirement. They have plans, they have things they want to do. Oh, what shall I do? 4 months?
Yeah. It was a short retirement. I got a lot of stuff in that 4 months and I needed a return badly. Being at home with 6 kids, a wife and a dog is pretty difficult. It would drive any man out of retirement for sure.
Well, you say that you missed the training, but also they were quite happy to get you back out of the house by the end of it as well, weren't they?
For sure. They was happy to get me out the door. Doing what I do best, back at the gym, back active and back boxing. It's when I'm at my happiest moments in life. When I'm not training or not active for a fight, then I seem to be in a little bit of a dip mode. I battle with mental health quite a lot when I'm not training.
We'll come back to who you're going to fight and all that and the training stuff in a second, but you've talked about this here. We've talked about your mental health and how when in the past when you haven't been fighting, you've taken such a massive dive and it's fighting that's got you back. What do you do to prepare for the fact that one day you won't get a fight?
Well, that's the situation I'm in right now. When I retired back in April, I really meant it. I didn't want to continue to box, but it was like I was at my lowest moment again, taking me back to like 2016, 17, where I was very in a dark, lonely place. And I thought to myself, I'm not ready to go back here yet. I need to go back to fight. And there's definitely going to be a moment very shortly where there's no more boxing and I do have to retire. And I'm hoping that there's a doctor out there somewhere that can help me onto the next level of my life.
And, I mean, you do talk about mental health. I mean, the last book you did in this book, you talk very openly about it. And do you hope that sort of by sharing your experience that it will help others, but also yourself a little bit?
Yeah. There's obviously there's a lot of people out there in the same position that I'm in with the mental health stuff, and I believe that the more people talk about it, the better it becomes and easier it is to talk about. And you know, mental health, I think the key to getting well again is communication. A lot of people hold back and they're afraid to come out and talk about it, but with people like me and others like myself who can come out openly and speak about it in books and on TV and whatever, then it makes it a lot easier for the general public to communicate and talk to others about it also.
So just going back to what you said, that you hope that when the time comes, because you're going to fight Derek Chisora, which some people criticised and said, you know, sort of not the right sort of opponent. But it sounds like, as it stands at the moment, you'd sort of, to keep yourself in the game and to keep your head together, because you just said, you know, I'm going to need a doctor. You'd fight anyone to stay where you are, to stay in the gym and to stay looking forward to some sort of boxing.
Yeah, I need a goal. I need a target to aim for. And we tried for the Usyk fight. We tried for the Joshua fight. They didn't happen. So we had to take who was available. And Derek Chisora stepped up to the plate. So congratulations to Derek. He's a hell of a fighter, and I'm looking forward to the challenge.
Well, that's on the 3rd of December. I mean, the book talks about, you know, the mental health. It also talks about the boxing. But also, behind all of that, it talks about the lady in your life, Paris, and how she's always really been there for you. How did you know that she was the one for you? Because you met quite young, didn't you?
We met at 15 and 16 years old, and the first day that I met her, I come home and I told my mother, I said, I found this girl and I'm going to marry her. And she's like, well, do you know her? I said, no, not really. I said, but I have met her once and she's going to be the one. So from there, we just clicked and she was the one. And I do wholeheartedly believe that if I hadn't have been with Paris this whole time, then one, I wouldn't be here anymore. I would be dead. And two, I probably wouldn't have elevated to the level I've got to with the boxing, because I believe you need to be grounded. You need to have the responsibilities, and you need to have a sort of stable lifestyle outside of boxing. And with me being a young professional running around and out clubbing and dating and whatever, it probably wouldn't have been a good idea for me to do all that. And I do believe that I probably wouldn't have made it to this level, having not been with Paris.
You have a very, very strong family life. We've met Paris as well. Such a lovely couple. But are you encouraging your kids to get into the game? Because your mum famously could not watch you fight.
That's correct, but I would encourage anyone to get into boxing, because it's not just the physical aspect of the sport, it's the discipline and the respect and the manners that it teaches as well. I think it's very important for young kids to have that in their lives, and all of my kids will be in the gym doing a bit of training and learning how to protect themselves if they need to, but most of all learning about what life's about as well, and learning that you can't just throw tantrums every 2 minutes if you don't get what you want. And the boxing gym is exactly the place for that, because if you don't get what you want, you end up getting punched in the face in the gym, and you have to figure stuff out quite quickly.
Well, if it's not a career in boxing, it's a career in singing. And I know whenever you fight, quite often after the fights, you'll have a good old sing-song. This time you're singing for a very, very good reason. And this is for Mental Health Charity Talk Club. You're singing to raise money for them. Why did you want to do that? And why did you choose this song in particular?
I wanted to do it, one, because it was a great opportunity to raise money and awareness for mental health. In such times where mental health is so out there right now, and the more people do, the more it can become a normalised thing. And to do Sweet Caroline, my cover of it, a song that's very special to me for sporting moments and reasons, and to be backed by a powerhouse like Warner Music, it's an absolutely fantastic opportunity. And let me say again, every penny that's raised goes direct to charity. So it's a great opportunity to do something I really like, that singing, and two, raise money for charity.
Yeah.
So
Well done.
I think we did a fantastic job. It was one of the hardest things that I've ever had to do. I was in the studio for about 10 hours singing this song over and over and over again. I didn't realise how much work goes into one song. It's very, very, very difficult from that side of things.
Well, all worth it for you and the charity if you manage
brilliant.
to get to #1, which would be great at Christmas.
This will also be great at Christmas. This is his book, Gloves Off. Love to the family, and really lovely to speak to you again today.
Thank you, guys. It's always a pleasure. Thanks for having me on, and I'll see you all soon.
Thank you.
Lots of
Thank you.
love.
Thank
Bye now.
you.